first need to burn fossil fuels extra hard. It's just one step ahead. But, as they say, show, don't tell. So, instead of telling, we'll just show you the next bit, which is probably the most bizarre part of the first video.
The more of these technologies we deploy, the cheaper new and better technology gets. The cheaper they get, the more people use them, and so on.
So that's the whole solution to the climate crisis. The scientists science, the engineers engineer, and the entrepreneurs entrepreneuriate? Yeah, let's go with that. Entrepreneuriate. And the iron laws of economics make everything cheaper. The only problem is, this is some corporate boardroom talk from the 90s. In our times, the discourse has shifted dramatically, at least in academia, and it's absurd to believe that economy exists in some abstract world of ever-increasing numbers. As we said when we were discussing lithium, economy only works within the limits set by ecology, and we've known that a bit for quite a while now. The belief that economy is like alchemy and allows us to create something from nothing is hugely antiquated, and regular people are slowly coming to the realization that no, infinite growth on a finite planet is not possible. What's telling is that this video never mentions ecology, and it only makes 3 references to the ecosystems or planetary systems, and it's always in the context of them being destroyed by the climate crisis. This is a really mechanistic view of the world, where A acts upon B and upon C. But that's pretty much all the complexity of the system. But our situation is better explained by Earth system science and the theory of planetary boundaries, which we've talked about in our video on the Anthropocene. Let's review. The main problem with planetary boundaries is that they interact with each other. For example, the global warming is happening so slowly because 93% of excessive solar energy is being absorbed by oceans. That, however, causes them to acidify, and that leads to biodiversity loss. The most famous example is probably the dying of coral reefs. What that means is we can't simply juggle the problem from one planetary boundary to the next. So, for example, we can't say that as a part of our fight with climate change, let's exchange all of our engines for electric